Hi, I'm Taylor Edmonds. I'm a poet and performer from Barry. The piece that I have in Just So You Know is called Finding Voice. It's a personal essay all about how writing poetry has helped me come to terms with my identity and who I am as a mixed race bisexual person, and also how it's helped me gain confidence in the fact that my perspective is unique, and helped me build confidence that that perspective deserves to be heard. So I'll read you a short section from the beginning. In my early teens, I learned two pivotal things about myself: that I was mixed race and that I liked girls. These facts had always been there, looming in the background somewhere, but I hadn't needed to pay attention to them yet. When I started writing poetry, I realised the importance of understanding the intersections of my identity, and how those intersections impact the way I see the world and ultimately inform my writing. I knew that some of my family were black and some were white. I had big curly hair like my mum's and my granddad's wide nose. I also had light olive skin and green eyes. I didn't look too different from my friends. My mum had told me about my Bayesian heritage, and I didn't have any questions about what that meant. In my favourite films and books, I was always drawn to the female characters. My friends were getting boyfriends and thinking of having sex, and my only relationship had lasted a few days with a boy who was too afraid to hold my hand. I had crushes on boys and drunken kisses, but nothing felt like the heart-pounding firework explosions cheesy films and teen novels had taught me to expect. I wanted love that people wrote poems about. I went to an all-girls secondary school, and there were a couple of older girls in gay relationships. They held hands in the corridors, kissed on the stairways, and I was fascinated by them. I watched them intently, secretly. I heard comments from others about how disgusting they were. Once I found a lesbian sex story on the internet and read it over and over again, and showed it to a friend who stopped reading after a few lines and said that it made her feel sick. I nodded my head hard in agreement and added a gross in it for good measure. I felt ashamed. Growing up as a female, discussing my sexuality and pleasure wasn't something that was encouraged. The teaching of sex education in school was essentially an embarrassed teacher skimming over pregnancy or awkwardly demonstrating how to put a condom on a banana, adding labels to vulva and vagina diagrams, and mentioning scary STDs. I remember there being an intense pressure to lose your virginity at a young age. When entering year 9, at age 13 or 14, a friend told me that this was the year everyone lost it. Most of what I had learned about sex came from my peers, which consisted of many ill-informed rumours, and nobody expressed the same wandering mind towards other girls. To navigate these parts of myself was difficult enough without having another layer of bi-curiosity thrown into the mix, so I tried to push these feelings to one side, hoping they wouldn't surface again, and focused on being normal like everyone else around me appeared to be. Thanks for listening, and be sure to pick up a copy. I'm honoured to be among so many amazing, talented writers with important stories to tell. So thanks Parthian for including me, and hope everyone enjoys the book.